I've been quarantined in my little dungeon here, studying stocks all day. I've looked at over 100 stocks today, guys, and I'm going to give you 4 that I think I am looking at as ones that I want to acquire myself. I do not own any of these yet, but I think you should be looking at these guys. So we're going to take a look at 4 separate stocks. Most of them are gold related. And why is this important? Because we're about to see a multi-trillion-dollar spending bill. And if you know what that means, historically, this means a big opportunity for us today, because what can happen in the future may have a similar result of what's happened in the past. So let's dig into the video, guys. I hope you like this one. Take a deep look at these guys and go study these tonight or tomorrow or whenever you watch this video. $2 to $6 trillion will be pumped into the economy soon. By the time you see this video, we should probably see the final number with all the press releases. A lot of people are scared it's going to cause inflation or hyperinflation, and if it does, during a recession time period, when inflation happens, what does this do to the dollar, and what does this do to gold and silver prices, as well as stocks that have a relationship to the gold and silver industry? Let's take a deep look here. Now, if you didn't know what was going on right now, or if you don't know what's going on right now, guys, we're about to see potentially $6 trillion of money printed out of the thin air, pumped into the economy. Now, this could have a very high likelihood of causing massive inflation. Now, if it does, let's take a look at 2001, 2008, what happened during these time periods to know what to do right now in expectation of future events. Now, does inflation affect gold prices? Yes, it appears it does. So if we're about to see inflation, it appears that this may be a good opportunity to look at gold and gold stocks. I'm going to show you a couple stocks right here, guys, in a second. I think it's going to shock you what you see here in a second. Okay. As inflation rate is rising, gold tends to rise, and as the inflation rate is falling, gold tends to fall. Now, what happened during 2008? What happened to gold during 2008? Gold shot up 869.75 per ounce. It ended up hitting $1,895, an all-time record in September. Now, what happens if history does repeat itself? Let's take a look at this stock right here, guys. New Gold Inc. Okay. Not sure why the chart's not showing here. Let's refresh this real quick. Okay, 63 cents is what it's at right now, and I'm looking closely at this. Now, as I go through this, guys, I do not own any of these stocks that we're looking at, but there's a very good chance I do by the time you watch this video. As I was saying, this is for entertainment and opinion only, but these are really big potential opportunities if you look at what's happened in the past. Just go ahead and look right now and see. Okay, let's back this out. If you look at what happened during 2001, one of the last crashes, dove aggressively and bounced back over the next coming years aggressively as well. Now, 2008, massive dive. And then look what happened over the coming years. So about 3 years later, you see in 2008, it got down at 86 cents a share in December 2008. And look at what happened up here. It got almost to about 13.55. Now, simply divide 13.55, divide by 0.86, and calculate that on the amount of money that you would put in if you bought in here and cashed out the top. Now, it's very hard to time the bottom, hard to time the top. But why this is exciting right now, guys, is because when you play stocks that are trading at a very low amount, penny stocks, they're very volatile, high risk, but you guys know high risk creates high returns. And guys, if you want to look at something for your retirement that's a safe 100 to 200% return, you probably not want to watch the videos I'm putting out. I am looking for big returns, something that gets me excited, because I don't think we're going to get this opportunity for another decade. So I want to be very smart where I place my money that has high return potentials, if that makes sense. So I'm saying be careful. I'm not giving you advice here. I'm just giving you information to look at. Okay. So here we are with past year. Looks like the 52-week high is 1.56. So we're still in a pretty low point here. But what's exciting is just looking back at what it's done after the past couple crashes. Now let's take a look at another gold stock here. IAM Gold Corporation, IAG. So after hours trading is already up 5 days ago. Let's see where we were at. Come on, refresh. Okay. So 5 days ago, we were down at 1.96. So not too bad, not too bad. A month ago, let's see where this one was at. Going a little slow here, guys. Okay. So a month ago, it was about 3.31, dropped down almost half. A year ago, 52-week high is 4.16. So about 50% of where we were. But let's take a look back at Max, okay? Remember 2008? This is why you need to be looking at stocks that have a relationship to mining, gold, silver, because look at what happened. 2008 rose up to 22, got up to, what was it, 23 right there. At the bottom is down at around 3, maybe dipped a little bit lower. So this is what you need to pay close attention to, guys. But as you see, this is not a quick play. These are usually 2 to 3 year run backs as you start to study a lot of these. But if you are looking for potential huge returns, 1,000% up, these are the types of stocks, if you start looking at them, not just these ones I'm showing you, that could potentially do this over the next 3 years. I'm going to show you another one right here. Let's take a look at JNUG, Junior Gold Mine here. Direction, SHSET/daily. Was sent this one by a friend earlier today. Now, it's at 6.31. Just a couple days ago, it's trading at 4.47. But look at what was going on just a month ago. So just a month ago on February 24th, this was at $95 a share. Now remember what we were just talking about, what happens, and usually happens after we see a massive crash, which we just did in the stock market. Over the coming years, these perform very, very well. So I'm definitely looking at this one. And then I'm going to just give you one right here that is a complete sideball here, just because I think this is an exciting one as well. After hours trading on MFA. This is a real estate investment trust company. Is at 1.41, so it's already up for the futures. I've been looking at the Dow futures a little bit. They've been bouncing around, guys. We've had 2 days in a row up, which I don't think's happened since we've seen this kind of chaoticness. I don't even know if that's a word, but I just made it up if it is. And you can see right now we're about down 91. Just a little bit ago, we were up 277, so it's bouncing around. People are trying to figure out what to do, if we're going to see a spike or if we're going to see a drop. But just to go back to this one right here, this should excite you. 5 days ago, 433. Look at where this was at just on March 24th. Remember, I'm telling you ones that you can potentially have huge returns on. Now, if you're going to put your money in something that has a huge return, you're also taking huge risks. So make sure you have reserves, guys, if you're going to try to play certain plays like this. Now, look at 6 months ago. Okay? 6 months ago, we were at $8 a share, basically. A year ago, back it out. Just go 5 years, see what happens. Drives me nuts when it says this. Okay. Let's try to refresh this one. Okay, 5 years. So this has been pretty stable, guys. For the past 5 years, the lowest it was 641. So I mean, or 635. That's the lowest. Right now, even if you bought after this spike right here at 1.5, do the math. 6 divided by 1.5 and calculate by what you're going to buy it, and do the math on it. If you go back out in the max, this stock right here, since 1999, has been at 4.44. Think about that, right? So we're seeing some crazy things happen. These are just ones I would go look at this company, guys, and study it. But let's just say that it got back at just to 4.4, and you bought tomorrow at 1.4 or today, whenever you're watching this. So potential big returns, but I think that this is a good one to be looking at. I mean, you've seen it as high as 10 right there. I think that there's a very high likelihood, just studying this past, that you're going to see this one come back into the 4, 5, 6, potential 7, 8 range sometime in the near future. That's just my opinion. Curious to know what your opinions are, guys. But just remember, we have the stimulus bill being passed. They're about to pump money into the economy. Where's it going to come from? I don't know. Is it just being printed? You guys know the answer, right? So I just think you should be looking at gold and silver, but not so much to buy gold and silver, even though that's a safe protection when we do see recessions and heavy inflation. I'm looking at potential companies that if gold prices do go up, who will benefit. So if you think about it, if gold prices double, let's see, like back right here, what we're looking at. So 869, so they over doubled in the last recession. So if we see history repeat itself, it's very high likelihood that we see some of these stocks and other stocks in the same industry start to skyrocket. So I'm looking at ones like this. If you guys are looking at other companies that you think people should take a look at, put them in the chat box below, guys. I'm sure other people will be curious and would like to know what you're looking at. And obviously, guys, if someone suggests something in the chat box, do your own research. Don't just say, oh my gosh, it's way down, so it's going to go way back up. That's not how it works. We need to kind of study the history of these companies. But, I mean, look at this, guys. This company has historically followed very strongly the trends of what most people think is going to happen, which is why I like this one right here. And I'm pretty sure I will be buying it. As I said, I do not own any of these right now, but these are ones I'm literally going to be looking at very closely tonight. On that, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Hope you guys have a good one. Hope you guys have been safe, and I wish you the best.